Oh no, I've got chocolate on my face. Oops. Hello. I'm running a little bit late for these lives. I normally start at 8 o'clock on the dot. How I've been coaching all day, and I just had my last session. I haven't even had a chance to touch my appearance up. So at least with Instagram, you can put a filter on your face. Not like Facebook and YouTube. So today, what I was going to teach you about is breathing for singing, and how actually it's not actually very different to breathing for life. There's a few little tweaks, and obviously we need to be a little bit more aware of what we're doing. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thanks so much. I needed to actually hear that. I think I was actually just fishing for a compliment. Helen just said you look great as always. So I just wanted to talk you through a method that was taught to me. However, I've obviously since discovered other ways of talking about breath work for singing, but one particular method which is particularly life changing, or was life changing for me, was accent method breathing. And one of our exponents and great teachers of that is here in Brisbane. It's Dr. Ron Morris, and he's based at the Conservatorium. And other exponents of that work is Janice Chapman. I spoke about her in yesterday's live, and also Dane Chelfin. And it's actually a method that has been around since I think the 20s or the 30s. I forget who invented it. He was apparently a very clever guy. And it was actually, the method was created for people with, different speech disorders. And it had incredible effects and incredible results on those particular patients. And it's actually been since only the last, I think, probably 20 odd years, or maybe like more like 10, 15 years, it's been embraced by the singing world, because it's one of those methods that really is about tuning in to what we already do for life, and then again just tweaking it a little bit, and being more aware of what we're doing for singing, because we obviously have to get through our phrases. And the other thing too, it just makes us really aware of, our body, what's happening here. I invite everybody, if you just put your hand on your waistband, thumb in your belly button if you're a biological female, finger here on the laps, and we're just going to do a little and if you're biological male, you might want to just put your finger in your belly button and your thumb here, so you feel it slightly differently, just because of the different wirings, different plumbing system. And just do another little chortle. So as you may have noticed, that when we do that, when we make sound, our belly button travels in and up. We feel like this little bit of a scoop. And I invite you to be aware of it just over the weeks when you're just talking. Like, there's an engagement here as we're talking, and then we might even pause, but still not even breathe. We're just waiting, and then suddenly we're running out of air, and then just like nothing, we're not even thinking about it. Air just goes into our mouth, and then we're talking again. And that's kind of what we want for singing, particularly with contemporary singing, because classical is obviously, it's different, because there are bigger phrases to get through. With contemporary singing, we can be a little bit more conversational. However, this method works for both classical singers and contemporary singers. Now, one thing to be aware of with this particular approach is it is very much bringing your awareness to this diamond of support. So here, here, and here. Yeah. And so it kind of, when you're becoming more aware of this, it kind of then you forget about the rest. And it's important to know that we don't want to cut any of our parts off in our mind. We want to think of it as being quite holistic. So even though we want this to be, this belly wall to be nice and flexible, and it's moving when we're talking, and, we're taking our air into our mouth, and then we get this release. We call that in the singing world, and it was coined by Janice Chapman, splat a splat breath. So singers, please loosen your abdominal tension. But it's great because it is literally like a splat. It's very onomatopoeic. So like you're singing, and splat, your belly comes out, air goes into your mouth. And then as soon as you go to make sound again, you've got that engagement there. So your belly button's coming in to support you. And so what this, I guess, awareness does, once we start really becoming cognizant of it, we're singing and we're engaging, is it actually gives us the necessary support to make sure that we're not engaging any other muscles that we don't need to be engaging, which means that we can use our full voice, so it's our full expression. And I'll give you a little bit of a clue. So if I just kind of try and breathe very clavicularly, I'm a bit out of breath because I'm a bit rushed. Anyway, so I probably don't even have to try very hard. But so if I just go, all of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. So it's not really my full voice, but if I kind of think more in terms of that nice release, splat, and engagement. Oh, sorry, I did that incorrectly. Hang on. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? You can hear that it's a fuller sound. So what this does is it just helps us kind of use this as our support system. It's what's generating the sound, and it means that we're not going to be engaging unnecessarily any other or excess tension in the vocal muscles. Yeah. And what it also does, it activates a certain muscle that will work for us way better. So it's the transverse abdominis. So once that's activated, it kind of talks to the other muscles and it's like, hey guys, it's kind of like, I don't know, the grand leader that kind of, it just kind of activates everything in the right order, and then to give us that nice, beautiful, full, rich sound. But it's interesting because I've got my beautiful friend who's just joined us, who is an incredible voice coach teacher, Steph Taylor. Please check out her Instagram at Steph Taylor Music. She made me really aware of this years ago, and I touched on this before you came on, Steph, is the fact that when we become really aware of this, we forget about the rest. And it really is about, just being aware that, everything is working, So we don't want to just be solely fixated on this area. And one way of becoming, I guess, you still want to be focused on this and this engagement. But one thing that you could be really aware of is just posture. So having this lovely energized postural alignment. So, and also having the visual of when we're standing. So feet in line with our shoulders, nice soft knees, and just thinking about this kind of like when we breathe in. So remember there's a splat here, that you're also, your ribs are going to be expanding, and also just have this kind of feeling like it's sort of expanding out this way, that way, and that way. So it's like almost like without being too over the top with it, because we want to be relaxed but energized. We want a relaxed and energetic postural alignment. We're just going to get a more full, holistic sound. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm a bit rushed and rabbiting a little bit. So look, there's a few things that I invite you to look into. So accent method breathing. Ron Morris, he has a fantastic thesis online if you want to Google him. Janice Chapman, so she has written a lot about accent method breathing. Dane Chelfin probably has a blog post or two about accent method breathing. The other person you can look into is Ginny Levetri on breathing for singing. So she is the creator of the somatic voice work. And the other thing that you can do, and this is something else I didn't speak about before, I have my own version of an accent method breathing exercise in my free singing. It's called the Daily Routine, Free Your Voice Daily Routine. If you go to fearlesssinger.com, it's there. It's in the Fearless Singer kit. Yeah, so you can just experiment with it. It's a really great little nervous system reset. So if you are feeling a little bit sort of heightened or stressed or having a response, it's a great way of, resetting your nervous system. So it's something to look into as well. It's also really lovely to do while you're lying on your back. So get the yoga mat out, lie there with your knees up, feet on the ground, hands either side of your belly button. And you can use that same routine that I've got just to go through those fricative sounds and just relax and, do the exercise. And maybe I should have done it before I busted on here live after coaching. I've been coaching all day, guys. I've been doing this since 10 o'clock this morning. So any sympathy you have for me would be so appreciated right now. But anyway, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you have any observations or anything you want more clarification on. And please head on to my website, go to the fearlesssinger.com, check out the Fearless Singer kit. It's free. You've got a free EFT course in there. You've also got a free Your Voice daily routine. So it's like 5 exercises that if you did them daily, you're in business. And also there's an ebook on boundaries. So random, but they're the 3 things that I thought, what would I need like as a singer? And those were the things. Daily exercises, EFT for nervous system regulation, and actual boundaries. So check it out. It's all free. And if you want more support and you want community, also check out the fearlesssingerschool.com, and that is group coaching. It's weekly. It's also, there's a monthly class. You get access to a plethora of resources, performance opportunities. It's actually a really beautiful community and it's thriving. And so please come and join. You can come and join at any time. As soon as you join, it's a year commitment. So if you join now, you'll be in the Fearless Singer School till May next year. So anyway, talk to you soon. Please leave a comment, any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.